Welcome back, everybody, to another podcast. On this one, we have a few ideas, including more movies. So we're going to talk about three movies at the beginning here. But to start, Nelson, how was your week so far?
It's been rough.
Yeah?
Really rough. Today at work wasn't good. Wednesday wasn't good.
Oh,
Monday at
man.
work also wasn't good. None of it was good. Seeing seeing my girlfriend though, that made up for it. So that always makes up for it.
That's good. uh, Thanksgiving next week, right? Do you have the whole week off?
Not the whole week off. Just Thursday. That's it. So I don't go to class Thursday and I don't have work Thursday, so
Wow.
that's nice. I like that.
Do you get Friday off?
I don't think so. I think
Oh,
I go in Friday.
dude, that's the worst.
I'm
I
pretty sure. I got the schedule here. Let me
I get the whole week.
probably
My sister
hold on.
gets Thursday and Friday. But yeah. As for me, the week has been pretty good. It's kind of chill. I don't
Yeah,
know. Not too much to report on. Lots of calculus homework. Obviously, the school year's winding down and we're getting close. I think we have like Thanksgiving break next week and then like one more full week and let's see, like half a week maybe? Like 1 or 2 days after
yeah,
that. So we're getting close.
yeah.
It's crazy to think how quickly this semester has passed.
Well, I mean, 2024 has been a crazy year so far, I would say.
I know. There's been a lot that's kept it kind of interesting.
There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Well, do you get Friday off?
No, I don't. I
Oh,
work Friday.
that sucks.
9 to 5,
Man.
which is fine. I don't care.
Well, do we want to get started on our first topic here?
Yeah, sure thing.
Do you want to
Yeah.
start us off?
What's the first topic?
Do you want to talk about Call of Duty more?
Oh, yes. Okay, real quick. To give an update for the very few people that don't care. The replacer, who was pretty much all over the marketing for Black Ops 6, decided to finally replace our operators in Call of
The
Duty.
rumor has it that you want to play as me. I get it. Everyone wants a piece of the replacer. Well, I give the people what the people want.
Whoa.
Let's take it for a spin.
Okay, so I don't want to keep playing that due to copyright, but yeah, now he's now making an appearance in Call of Duty, which I think is really cool. I
That
was
is
gonna
pretty
buy
cool.
it before the podcast, but I didn't have enough time to, so I mean, he's now in here. He's now in the game. I think that's pretty cool because he was all over the marketing for the lead up to Black Ops 6. But yeah, that's about it. That's all I
so
have to say.
so is he like an operator that you have to purchase?
Yeah, it's an in-game. Yeah, it's an in-game store bundle that you have to pay real world money for. And
Ouch.
I'm not stupid to pay for it. I know that.
Well, I mean, you did buy monster cans to get free skins, so.
I did too. Yeah, I did. Saying
Did you
that.
end up drinking any of them?
So what I believe I told you this. I got the
Oh
Java
yeah.
energy ones. So that is made with real caffeine, not the artificial stuff that the other ones don't have.
Yeah. You know, we're both getting a little older. This is something I noticed recently. And I have become extremely sensitive to sweetness since, when I was little, 3 sweeteners in the tea, right? And now it's like I can barely do two. It's like one is the standard now. And any drinks or any
Oh,
foods that are really sweet, it's like I can't have more than like a bite of this stuff.
are we talking about milk tea or
Yeah.
I haven't had milk tea in months. It's been a long time. I always forget how to make it. I have to ask my mom, "How do I make this again?"
What? You just
I
put in the tea and the milk and that's it, and sweetener.
I guess. I always forget. Look, I suck at making food. If it has anything to do with the tray and pre-frozen made product, I'll throw it on the tray, put the temperature on the oven to whatever the desired amount is, throw it in there for X amount of minutes. That's my cooking skills.
Huh.
Nothing else. I can't make anything from scratch. I'm that bad.
Duh,
I mean, I can
I'm
make
sure you could
pizza
do it.
from scratch. I can make pizza from scratch to some extent, but I buy pre-made dough. I
Hmm.
don't make the dough. So,
I mean, it's not that hard. You just, do a little yeast, a little flour, a little water,
I
a
know
little sugar.
I should do homemade cooking more often. I really should, but I
Yeah.
just don't have the time.
Well, this last week, I just had a Friendsgiving. I guess this should have been talked about in the first portion. I had a Friendsgiving, uh,
Yeah.
and it was fun. It was at the church, and I don't know. I made banana pudding. So the Nilla wafers and the banana pudding itself, Jello, whatever, and then some bananas. It was good, and I made the deviled eggs, of course, that I'm known for now, which is kind of weird, but
You are known for the deviled eggs because you make really good ones. I'll say that. You use that, what do you call it? That machine. You showed it to me. It's what spews out frosting or something, but
yeah,
you've
we used
replaced
to
it
use
with
that. I gave up on it because it's too much of a mess and it's a
it
pain.
jams.
Yeah, and it jams like crazy, so now I just squeeze it out of a
I
plastic bag.
remember I remember watching you make those one time, and I don't know why, it was just making me laugh whenever it jammed up on you for some reason.
Oh man.
I don't know why, it made me laugh.
Yeah. But it was fun and, people liked the food and one person complimented me on the banana pudding, so it's always good, but yeah. I mean, it's not too hard to cook. But yeah, like I was saying, the sweetness is getting to me. I feel like I'm an old man now cuz I can't eat very many sweets.
You don't want sweet potatoes with brown sugar and marshmallows?
Ooh, that does sound good. Are you going to make that for me?
Maybe.
Ooh.
I'll talk to my mom. I'll ask her if I can. I'll see what I can
I don't
do.
think I've ever had that before. I don't think I've ever had the
We've
sweet
brought it
potatoes.
over. We've brought it over to your house so many times for Thanksgiving.
Have you?
Yeah,
Maybe I just have never tried them.
it's so good.
I'm excited. Please do that.
My mom, what was it last year when I came home? She had dinner and everything ready, like a Thanksgiving dinner, and I was already full from lunch.
Oh man.
She made, what was it, in the crock pot? She had a ham.
Mhm.
I don't know what the proper terminology is called, but she had like the little, oh my gosh, toothpicks stuck into the ham, and she put pineapple slices on top of the ham or whatever.
Ooh,
Cherries, I think, if I'm not mistaken. It was
that sounds good.
not a honey ham, if I'm not mistaken, but you could taste the pineapple when you were eating the ham. The I think she put brown sugar in it. I'm pretty sure she put brown
Oh,
sugar in it as well.
that sounds delicious.
It was so bad for you, but it was so good.
Oh man. Uh, well,
But I mean, I think that reveals I prefer ham over turkey.
do you really?
I like ham better. I'm one of those dorks.
I mean, I
Turkey
guess
just gets
depending on the circumstances, I could
it
go
gets
either
too
way.
dry. It gets too dry for me. I don't know. I just don't like really dry food.
Yeah.
I will always go for ham because it's kind of, it's got a little bit of moisture in it, but
You know what we have to do? Some people, to keep the turkey from getting too dry, they deep fry it. So they get this
oh yeah, that was
giant vat
another
of
thing
oil.
too.
Yeah, we got to do that.
I asked my mom, I said, "Do you ever want to one time we could get one of those giant pots and we could deep fry it?" And she told me that our uncle used to do it. They tried it one time in their backyard and
Yeah.
I think it ended all right. You
Yeah.
have to be
It's
careful
super
because
dangerous.
you have to be careful because of the oil. You shouldn't fill it all the way up
Yeah.
because if you do, I've seen a lot of fried turkey fails online and everything. It's funny, but that's chaos.
Yeah.
I would like to try that one at one point.
Yeah, we
Have you
should
guys
do that.
considered doing that or no?
Well, my mom does the turkey, so I don't know if she's open to changing how she does things. But maybe someday. I'm excited. You want to talk about the Minecraft movie?
I mean, if you want, I mean that's a swift change. We can.
I just had to
Sure.
bring it up because
No. Yeah.
watch
Go
this,
ahead.
watch this, watch this.
Let me.
I am Steve. As a child, I yearned for the mines.
That's all I'm gonna show. As a child, I yearned for the mines.
Play it back real quick. Sorry.
Here we go. They also say take two, like this is, like they failed the first time, so they're gonna do it again.
Trailer, take 2.
I am Steve. As a child, I yearned for the mines. But something always got in the way.
Okay,
I think I have seen this trailer.
have you?
If I'm not mistaken.
It's
Yeah.
pretty new. Let's see, that was 3 days ago.
Oh my gosh, I'm terrified of what the dislikes are on that video.
Yeah, it has 3.6 million views
It's gotta be
and
like
8.7 thousand likes.
it's gotta be at least like 40K dislikes.
I mean, maybe. A lot of people are saying that they're a little bit more positive about this one.
They're warming up to it.
Yeah, but I mean, it still looks really bad to me. I don't think.
I don't like the ultra realistic look.
I mean, this
It's
is cool.
It's Minecraft ray tracing essentially.
Yeah, I think this is cool. This scene here, but like,
That is cool.
other
but-
than that, like if you had that in your bedroom, you'd be super happy. That'd be really cool.
That would be really cool.
But let's see. They got a skeleton somewhere.
I
This
just
guy.
wish that I don't know.
That
'Cause
looks
to me
ugly.
at least this is gonna be another Jumanji type of movie.
Yeah. That doesn't look right.
Wait, go back that up a little bit. The way that they were running away from the zombies.
Great. Now it's dark.
Does that feel quick to anyone else?
The way that they run away from it, it looks off-putting.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think this is gonna be a very aesthetically pleasing movie.
It's giving me Wonder Woman 84 vibes.
Yeah?
When the poor green screen.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not confident in their green screening ability.
This looks rushed.
Yeah, it looks crappy, to be honest with you. April? That's not very far away either.
Oh, also another thing too. I think it was already confirmed, but I heard that the Batman Part 2 got delayed till 2026.
Hey, I mean, whatever it takes.
I know. Well, here's the thing. I heard something in regards to there was an interview with James Gunn,
Yeah.
from what I've heard, and he basically said that they haven't even finalized the story yet. Matt Reeves hasn't finalized the story, even though he said countless times that the script is done and they're going to start filming early next year, but nothing.
Interesting.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they're trying to revitalize the script a little bit or anything. I don't know if the production is in trouble, but I really hope for this movie at least. This is like one of the few superhero movies that I'm actually looking forward to.
Yeah. I mean, I really liked the first one.
I mean, we went to go see it
Yeah, in theaters.
like a week after it came out, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And I mean, initial impressions, I thought it was a good movie, but
Yeah.
the more I watched it, I thought, yeah, this is pretty good in its own merit, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it
Does
was
Does it live up to the Christopher Nolan trilogy? I don't know if you can compare it,
Yeah.
but
I mean, they're completely different in their
in,
approach.
in terms of style, yeah. If
Yeah.
anything, if I'm gonna be honest with you, I honestly prefer Matt Reeves's approach to the
Yeah.
Batman. I don't know, just what's his name? Um, oh gosh, what's his name? Dan something. The guy that played as the Riddler. I thought he would. I don't know why we were just laughing in the theater
Oh, yeah.
when he was in Arkham Asylum.
It was
Just
funny.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah. I
But
mean, yeah, that's a good movie. I don't think the Minecraft movie is going to be.
I don't think it'll be. I
And
don't think it'll be
one
good.
thing, this is a good like dichotomy
Will
that
it
we're
be?
making here, cuz
Will it be a fun bad movie though? Do you think?
maybe it depends. I mean, it all
Because
depends on Jack Black,
I.
basically.
Do you think FNAF was a fun bad movie?
I think FNAF was a fun mid movie.
I think so too. I
I
think
don't think it was bad.
there was some plot holes. I'll say that. But
Yeah. I think it was a heck of a lot of fun, but it wasn't bad. Like it was a mid movie if you just like watched it out of the blue and didn't know anything about FNAF.
it's just a fun movie to watch as a
Yeah.
whole.
Yeah.
I mean,
This I don't
I'm
know.
looking forward to the sequel for that as well. But yeah,
Yeah,
in
definitely.
comparison to I know. Look, first impressions mean a lot, and when you take the impressions of this and compare it to the FNAF movie trailer,
Yeah.
I want to see the FNAF movie more than I want to see this.
Yeah,
I'll just say that.
definitely.
So first impressions mean a lot.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people would probably think, well, Minecraft is it's a video game and it's made out of pixels and everything, whereas FNAF, it's of course it would make sense for them to, actually be humans and not Minecraft characters or anything like that, if that makes sense. But
Yeah.
I
I think if
I
this
don't
movie
know.
is
They're
going to
both
be
video
good,
games.
it's going to have to be a complete joke, right? The whole movie is going to have to not take itself seriously at all. And I think if you have any serious moments in this movie, they're just not going to work because the atmosphere is not there. It's just it doesn't strike me as the kind of movie that's going to be able to convey a really meaningful story. It's going to be
Well,
a whatever nothing burger basically.
and then I just noticed this too, Logan, on the channel. Look at the channel. It says Warner Bros. India.
Oh, maybe
So, so maybe that I don't know why, but I could have sworn there was more views for this video.
yeah, maybe I clicked on the wrong one. Interesting.
So maybe I don't know what the reception is still. I my guess is people are warming up to it, but
I'm going to look it up. Minecraft movie. Oh yeah, 14 million
oh, I see.
on
Okay.
Warner Brothers. Let me show that real quick. See this right here. Yeah, I think the dichotomy you were drawing between the Batman and this one is pretty good because in the Batman you have extremely good world building. I think that story is really immersive because the atmosphere in the movie is really solid. Like they do a good job of making it feel dark and rainy and moody, right? I don't think that's going to happen in this movie because you've seen it. The green screening looks just terrible. And
Yeah.
the human characters don't fit in the environment very well. I don't think it's gonna have that
Well,
level
it
of
just
immersiveness.
it looks all I have to say is this looks rushed.
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
That was my biggest fear with the FNAF movie as well. Because this is what happened. They began filming in, I believe, February of 2023. I
Yeah,
saw the announcement on Twitter, like they were talking about, oh, day one filming. And I'm thinking, okay, so you guys have what? March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. You guys have basically 9 months
yeah,
to get this out the door.
yeah. That seems pretty short.
It seemed that was my biggest fear with the FNAF movie, and audience score wise, it did well. Critics score, not great.
Yeah.
And that's kind of understandable because it's a video game movie,
Yeah.
but
Well, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, like despite the time limits that they had, that movie came out looking really, really good.
and Matthew Lillard he's just the best.
He's a Chad.
He's the best horror like villain character because he played as the
Scooby Doo.
he played as well Scooby Doo,
Shaggy.
and then Shaggy, of course, not a villain, but he played as Ghostface in Scream.
Yeah.
I thought that was good.
I gotta look up something. Let's see if I can find it.
Are you challenging me?
Okay, here we go.
Oh my gosh.
Are you challenging me?
I
Oh
will
my
say
gosh.
he did play a pretty good villain in that movie.
Yeah, it was
I
good.
thought he did good.
He came across
pretty
as
good.
kind of crazy, like a lunatic, and
Yeah,
know,
but we were laughing because it was funny.
yeah, it was a good
The
movie.
part, oh my gosh, the part when what was it? When he put the mask back on or something like that, and he's like, I always come back. That was amazing. I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
That was great.
Well, and that was the thing about the Minecraft or the FNAF movie.
That was our Avengers Endgame moment.
I know, right? Yeah. I mean, the FNAF movie was made for the fans, and they really tried to make sure that people weren't going to be put off by the story, and it wasn't going to be a complete disaster in terms of how the animatronics looked and everything. The
Yeah,
Minecraft
because-
movie doesn't have that. I don't see
No,
that in this movie.
It's not made for the fans. It's just
Yeah.
made for all
Money.
audiences.
Yeah, all audiences. Yeah.
That's the biggest problem with Star Wars as well now, I would say, is that they're trying to cater towards a broader audience, and it's failing at that instead of just appealing to its core fan base
Yeah.
while also trying to invite new ones to experience it.
Right. Yeah. That's I agree. I think that the Minecraft movie, there are going to be idiosyncrasies with the game that put Minecraft fans off, right? Because they had stuff like broccoli growing, and there's no broccoli in Minecraft. They have like, weird
There's
things
broccoli?
about.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, it wasn't in this trailer specifically, but I saw a behind the scenes thing, and they had broccoli growing. It was weird.
Oh,
It's like,
gosh.
what's that doing? And then they had
Yeah.
they have
Why
like
is that in there?
yeah, they have weird things with like block heights and scale, and it's just I don't think it's gonna go super great. I'm hopeful that it goes well, and if I hear that it's going well and people like it, then maybe I'll watch it. But I don't think I'm gonna watch it.
I'm worried that there's just going to be so many cameos from like famous YouTubers being in the movie. Did
Yeah.
Dan TDM like it? I don't think he liked it.
Dan TDM liked this trailer.
Okay, I know Stampy didn't like it. I know that.
Yeah.
He said all the way back in 2014 when they were pitching the idea to him about doing live action, he said, I would much rather prefer you guys do a 3D animation. It would
Yeah.
make a lot more sense. I don't know why. You know what all they had to do for the Minecraft movie? They could have just taken inspiration from Minecraft Story Mode, just do that, but way better.
Yeah.
And Minecraft Story Mode just looks way better than that.
Yeah.
It just does. And I remember during the teaser, the official reveal teaser, I saw a comment. He was like, everyone apologize to Minecraft Story Mode now, because when that came out,
I know.
everybody hated it. I felt like I was one of the only few people that actually liked that game.
Yeah. I thought it was a joke, like, to be honest with you. I didn't hate it or love it. I thought it was just kind of a funny joke. But
I thought,
Yeah.
well,
I mean,
here's
I can
for me,
I
at
can see
least-
it why it's good. I can see why people would like it or
I
dislike
just
it.
didn't. I know the friend group that I was in a long time ago, they were making fun of it and everything, so I had to keep quiet because I didn't want them to find out because I actually liked it. I'm one of those few suckers that actually liked it.
Yeah. And now everybody's
Um,
apologizing because this movie looks like
I
crap.
know, and I'm thinking, yeah, guess what? Now those games are for the Nintendo Switch, the PS4 versions, and the Xbox 360 versions. It's like skyrocketed in price. It's like
Yeah.
$60 to $200. The Switch versions, like with the case included, with the
Oh
case
man.
and the cartridge, they now sell them. A lot of eBay users sell them separately. It's like freaking $200.
Oh, that's the
And I have
worst.
both. Let me see.
You have them? Ooh. The game collection. The almighty.
So let's see. Season 1, the complete
Ah.
adventure. So it's got all the episodes pre-installed on the cartridge. So there's no updates, nothing. And then I also have season 2.
Ooh. Cool.
All the episodes pre-installed. Now, the thing is, for the PS4 versions of the game,
Yeah.
you do have to download them. But the way that the discs were programmed,
Mm.
it it gives you access to download the
So
episodes.
there's nothing on the disc?
I don't know how it works,
Just a key?
but it's it kind of is like a key. You just it's not available on the store anymore. They don't sell it anymore because it's been discontinued. But if you bought like one of these versions on PS4, it recognizes that version and it allows you to download it.
Mm.
I don't know how it works. It's not a licensing. It is a licensing issue from what I know, but
Hmm.
if you bought the disc, you're entitled to it. It's a weird workaround, but
Weird.
what I do know is that the Xbox 360 versions are completely chalked. You can't play it on the 360 anymore.
Ah. That's the
Now,
worst.
I have Minecraft Story Mode Season 1 and 2 for the Xbox 360. It's just that Season 2 doesn't let me download the episodes because I guess of the licensing and that they didn't tie the rights to the episode to the disc.
Hmm.
It's I don't know what the terminology is. It's just a weird type of mumbo jumbo,
Yeah.
I guess.
That's weird.
It's bizarre. But I mean, if you want it for viewers who really don't care, I mean, if you want to play Minecraft Story Mode with all the episodes guaranteed to have them all, you're best off buying a physical copy of the Nintendo Switch version.
Wow.
I
Well,
don't know what OBS did, but okay.
did you know that they're planning to make a Netflix show as well for the Minecraft movie? Or for I guess just for Minecraft, just a Minecraft Netflix show.
Well, they did that for Story Mode as well. After they
Yeah.
took Story Mode down, they ported Season 1 over to Netflix.
Yeah, but I think they're actually making like an animated show.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't just do that. Like, copy the Minecraft trailers and everything that they produce. Or copy Minecraft Story Mode. Just do that, but way better.
Yeah.
That's all you have to do. It was that good. You already had it. I don't know why they decided to screw it up more, but
Yeah, I don't know. This whole thing seems like it's going the wrong direction. But I will say, one movie that I don't think went the wrong direction was Elemental.
Sonic. I'm glad we agree.
I was 1,000% expecting to hate that movie, and I watched it this week.
So, did you watch it by your lonesome? Did you hold your hands together? Did you think, man, I really wish I was...
Yes. It
Okay.
was a really sappy, lovey-dovey movie, to be fair, and it was the guy was kind of a soy boy, but other than that, it was a really, really, really cute movie, and I was surprised that it was so good. Because everybody crapped on that movie like crazy because it absolutely bombed. It did not make any money.
Yeah.
And it deserves like way better than that. And I'm gonna be ostracized for saying this, but it is at least a 7.5 out of 10. at least.
No, that's fair enough. I would honestly, I'd give it like an 8.
Yeah. It is one of the better
Original Pixar
original
movies, I
Pixar
would
movies
say.
that's come out of, you know, this the last decade, I guess, right?
Next to Moana and Zootopia. Yes, I'm gonna say it. Zootopia was original. They actually did make that somehow work.
Yeah, but those weren't
Now,
Pixar.
now, now, oh wait, yeah, I'm sorry. Well, here's the thing: the animation studios now at this point have kind of merged.
Yeah.
I would say Disney Animation and Pixar, they've kind of merged together at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
I
think
mean,
I think it was just I mean, it wasn't visually the most appealing movie ever, but the story and the I don't know, just the story was really
to
it was
me,
really a sweet story.
to me at least, I don't know why. I feel like if you swapped out the theming, like all the elements, and you put in humans,
Hmm.
nothing would change. The story really wouldn't change all that
Yeah.
much, I would say.
Well, I think
But they,
it was a little extra exaggerated with the elements because they had a fire
yeah,
and a water and they're not supposed to mix, but they did.
okay. There you, I mean, since that type of theming is tied around the plot, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. That was the
It,
biggest thing though. Everything else could have stood on its own.
it's a corny, wholesome movie, I will say that.
I mean, I didn't find it especially
Maybe
corny,
not,
but
maybe not
it
corny.
was
I
it
think
it
that's the
was
wrong
it
word.
was at times, of course. There were some moments where it was a little corny. But
Yeah, but
overall, I
that's
thought it was really
that,
genuine and
yeah,
sweet.
but that's for most couples, I would say.
Yeah. So if you haven't watched it, it's like a love story between this fire guy, this fire lady, and this water dude, and they're both like figuring out their lives. They're young, and they don't like each other. Well, she doesn't like him at first, and he's afraid of her at first. And they end up getting together, and it's really cute. And I don't know, it for me, it's just like a really cute example of how special a relationship can be between two people. So I thought it was a well done movie, and uh, the visuals were good enough. Like I wasn't astounded, but there were some moments where it was kind of cool, and they did some interesting things with the element aspect. One thing I do think that was really awful was the advertising for the movie. Like they did just a crap job of advertising it. They made it all about the elements and not about the story at all. And the story absolutely hard carries the movie. That's what makes the
The
movie
plot,
good. Yeah, the plot. The plot it makes the whole movie. So I don't understand.
that's what you usually get with a lot of movies and video games is
Yeah.
that the plot is good, but man, the story would be so much better if this character just shut up for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But you also, to some extent, you get some video games and movies out there where the characters are great, they're awesome, the
Yeah.
lines are quotable, they're memorable,
Yeah.
but they act like brain dead morons surrounding the plot.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, there wasn't anything that was super quotable from this movie. Like it wasn't one of those like trademark Pixar movies where it had a bunch of moments where like you are a toy. You are a toy. There was nothing like that. But it was I thought it was a really good movie, especially for people that are around our age. They're just starting to get into relationships, and I thought it was really sweet. And a lot of movies about love kind of make it all about the human body, the sex, all that stuff. This had nothing to do with any of that.
No, this one I would say was a lot more in terms of emotion.
Yeah, and I thought that was really special. Like,
It was heartwarming, I will
yeah,
say that.
yeah, it was a really
It was
genuine, nice
it was
story.
wholesome.
Yeah,
That's what it
very
was.
wholesome. And um
You rarely get that with love stories now, I
yeah.
would say.
Yeah, and they had stuff like kissing, but it wasn't they were like the most genuine kisses you've ever seen. Like the two characters were super like hesitant to do it, and there was a lot of genuine, tension and feeling in the movie. So I thought it was a special showcase of what a relationship can be. So I really like that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I watched
I
Deadpool and Wolverine also.
Yeah, that's the best relationship movie right there. For those curious, it's Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah. This was like the exact opposite of Elemental.
I watched it again last night on Disney Plus.
Yeah. What do you think again?
Oh, it's got to be my favorite one.
Yeah, of the three.
Yeah, of the three, it's my favorite one.
That's funny. Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was this is not a movie for kids whatsoever. Please, if you're under the age of like 18, do not watch this movie. It is not for you. There were so many like inappropriate jokes, and it had moments where they kind of got into the backstory of Wolverine, and it was interesting to see his character develop. And also Deadpool had a lot of character development during the movie. So I thought that was cool, but the main thing about the
devil's dandruff.
yeah. The main thing about the movie is it's a comedy. Right? It's kind of like a cool superhero comedy movie. And Deadpool is kind of a special character because he can break the fourth wall. That's like his other superpower besides regeneration. What's that?
The proposal.
Yeah.
You think that's what I do?
Yeah. Yeah. Nice Pool just turns to the camera and says the proposal. And
what did you think of the dog?
The dog they had I think it was dubbed the world's ugliest dog. And they brought him on, and it was so funny. Deadpool loved, like you could tell, like the actors, Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, they absolutely loved this dog, and you could tell. It was so funny, and it was cute, even though it was an ugly dog. But some of the jokes, man, they were hilarious. I was laughing, and it was like 1 a.m. when I was watching this movie.
He died for murder, you dumb.
Yeah. There are actually like quotable moments in this movie, and I would say it's probably the most worthwhile Marvel movie that's come out in the last few years, or Marvel content, anything. What do you think?
And then it was Agatha all along that completely destroyed that reputation that they just built up again.
Yeah,
I heard that was really bad from what I've heard.
Well, and they also they took almost every opportunity to crap on Disney in this movie, and Fox, to be fair.
Oh, that was good, I thought.
Yeah, I like that. That was funny. Like, it's so self-aware.
But you look super passed away.
See, he's quoting it already. You can tell he's watched it more than once. I've only watched it just the one time. But yeah. I don't know. There were there any moments that were super emotional? Not really. It was just a lot of...
I thought the emotional parts were when he was trying to win his girlfriend's love back, Vanessa.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty... That, and then, near the end of the movie, where he, I guess, realized how important Wolverine is as a character, or as a person, and he needs it in order to finish the mission, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, friendship, of course.
Right. It was a good movie on the power of friendship. Yeah.
That's pretty much what it was.
Yeah.
And I thought, here's another thing too. I thought the song picks.
Yeah.
Were great. I thought it was... Oh, wait. Speaking of that, real quick. Henry Cavill as the Wolverine. What did you think of that?
Henry Cavill. I don't know. I don't remember that.
He was part for Huey Lewis's The Power of Love when that whole thing was playing.
Yeah.
Look it up. Let's see. Type in Henry Cavill Wolverine.
How do you spell it? Cavill. Okay.
You didn't see this part? The motorcycle and everything?
Oh. I remember this. I didn't realize it was him.
Now we're talking. Oh, yeah. That's the whole package right there. From behind, you look a little bit like Henry. Oh my!
Oh my god.
The legend.
Sorry. We'll
And
maybe
may I
bleep
say,
that
sir,
out.
on behalf of all humanity, this just feels right. We will treat you so much better than those.
And those
Okay.
down the street.
Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, there were a lot of references in this movie. A lot of, you know what? I
Did you
should
know
say also, if you're over the age of like 50, you shouldn't watch this movie either. Like this is made for people ages 18, probably 20, probably 25 to to like 45. Past that, you don't want to watch this. My dad, he started to watch it and he's like, "No, I can't make it. I can't make it through this movie."
Well, my mom, she's 51. She watched it.
Yeah.
She loved it. She loved the dog and everything.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
She was laughing.
I mean, if you
the
have a high
whole time.
tolerance for swear words, it's not going to be a problem, but yeah.
She was having it. She was just having the time of her life when watching it. It was so funny.
Yeah.
It was a great movie.
It's a fun movie. Yeah. That's, you know what? That is kind of the trend, I think, for movies that I particularly like. This one was fun. FNAF movie was fun.
You know, that is surprising to me. I'm actually surprised that you watched this one. This was like the last thing that I thought you would ever watch.
Well, you know, I've watched Marvel movies before.
I know. Like, you know, another one that I thought was interesting that you watched was Loki.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't that good. It was
You
okay.
liked it, no?
Yeah, I liked it at the beginning because it had excuse me.
Bless you.
What's his face? Owen Wilson.
I see.
Yeah, and the storyline was kind of interesting. Like you could see what happened to Loki. Kind of. What did he? Okay, spoilers. Did he die in Endgame? Or was that
Elias is in this thing from Loki season 1, episode 5?
That's a Deadpool quote right there. What was I saying? Oh yeah, did Loki die in Endgame? Or
I think he did.
Infinity War.
In at the start of Endgame, he
got
I'm
choked to
sorry.
death by Thanos, didn't he?
At the start of Infinity War, I believe he died. He got choked to death by Thanos.
Yeah. Okay. So you could see what happened. Like they did all the weird timeline. Oh, another thing about Deadpool and Wolverine. They said, "Welcome to Marvel. You're kind of joining at a low point."
Right behind me, isn't he?
That was really funny. They had so many pokes and prods at Disney and Marvel and how things are going with Marvel, and it was so funny. And at the beginning too, they were like, "I bet you're wondering how we're gonna bring back Wolverine without Logan's image in Logan."
Without honoring his image, we're not.
Yeah, they're just like, we're not. And they just went in and did their thing, and it was super funny.
Until he's 90.
Yeah, that too. Disney's gonna make you do this until you're 90. It's so funny.
There was another memorable. What was it? Oh, it was at the part where they meet up with Elektra, and they also meet with the Blade and the Gambit.
Yeah.
You know the guy that speaks like this really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought one of the parts where Deadpool was like, "Please tell me they have Magneto," and Blade was like, "He's dead," and he's like,
"Dang it!
Disney gets cheap."
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. This is like the perfect movie to go watch with the bros.
I thought the song picks were really good.
They were really good. Yeah, it was like a lot of 80s music and stuff, and they had some really popular songs.
Grease.
Yeah.
glamorous. I thought all that stuff
The
was
Bye Bye
great.
Bye song at the beginning.
NSYNC, and then of course Madonna.
Yep. You know, the
I thought it was
choreography of that first scene was pretty good. With all the
oh
dancing.
better than She-Hulk twerking. I'll say
Yeah,
that.
Deadpool's actually good at dancing.
Well, I think the reason, well, another thing too is that apparently She-Hulk was supposed to be in this movie, but she got completely cut out.
Yeah. I mean,
But
I wouldn't say this is everything I want Marvel to be, but
no,
it is.
no,
It's
there's
like taking
Deadpool.
it to the extreme direction of what I want it to be. Like maybe take it a little bit more this way. Like right now, it's all the way over here, and I kind of want it like over here instead of
Well,
this is Deadpool. I want it like here-ish, not
well,
over
that would
here.
Hereish would that you're referencing would be PG-13, I
Yeah,
would say.
yeah,
Kind of like from what I heard, Guardians of the Galaxy, they were kind of pushing the line, I think, if I'm not mistaken, between PG-13 and R, because
yeah,
in Volume 3, I haven't watched it. I need to see it for myself, but what was it? Chris Pratt, or Star-Lord, I guess, he was telling, what's her, the blue chick? I forgot her name. Nebula, I think that's who it was.
yeah,
How to open a door, and he's like, open the door.
yeah.
So that was like the first. I don't know why. It just caused like a huge controversy across like cinema and mainstream media that James Gunn directed and wrote that in the script or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm okay, yeah, sure. I don't really. I think having the F word is a little unnecessary to
Yeah.
some extent,
Yeah. Well,
given
there were
that.
definitely a lot in this movie that were absolutely unnecessary.
Oh yeah,
But they just
I
do it because they want to, because
Well,
it's
and here's another thing too. This is made, of course, for an audience that is looking for something, I guess you could say, fun to laugh at. It's
yeah.
kind of dark humor,
Yeah.
if you will.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's not really your dad, I guess, wasn't a fan of it, even though I don't know how. He likes Borat. I don't get it.
Yeah. He's like we made it like, I don't know, 20 minutes into the movie and he's like, "Logan, is this going to get any better? So far this is like the worst movie ever." And I was like, "What?" But yeah, I don't know. Some people don't think the same. So that's how it
That's
goes.
okay. It's not made for everyone. It's made
Definitely
for a
not.
specific audience. That's
Yeah.
why it's rated R too.
Yeah. Right.
Well, it's to keep up with the trend. I mean, people didn't think you could make an R-rated superhero movie, and well,
Here we are.
here we
And it's
are.
a good one. It's a good one.
It is a good one. I think it's a good. I think it really is. I mean, I'm not too much of a big fan on R-rated movies. I don't really watch R-rated movies.
Same here.
The only kinds that I watch are war movies, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Because that makes sense, because you need that level of violence to, because violence is, in my opinion, it's a tool to utilize in writing to portray something. If it adds nothing to the overall story, and if it's violence for the sake of violence, then it's pointless.
Yeah.
Now, in Deadpool's case, you could say, well, that's just hypocritical. It is, but the point,
This kind of brings me to like,
it's bragging, or it's aware that it's
yeah,
gory and
it's aware
violent.
that it's being over the top.
Yeah. So in that case, I would say it makes sense.
Yeah. Well, that kind of brings me to the fight scenes. There were a lot of fight scenes in this movie, and they were like ridiculous and
It was
hilarious.
cool though. It was cool.
Yeah.
I loved it.
One thing that was really funny was Wolverine versus his brother. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, Sabretooth.
Yeah.
He just
Yeah. And Deadpool's like,
Nice.
okay, everybody in the Marvel, every Marvel fan has been waiting for this forever. Deadpool
for
saying this to
20
Wolverine.
years.
20 years, and so make it a good fight. And Wolverine's like, don't tell me what to do, and he just goes and slices his brother's head off. It was crazy. And then let's see what. Oh, all the fights between them was fantastic. They were so funny. Like it
looks Mad Maxy.
Yeah.
That's copyright infringement though.
Yeah. Oh man. They had Wolverine fighting Deadpool multiple times. Spoiler alert. And it's crazy because they're both immortal. They can't die. But they go at each other a bunch, and they're like, "I'm gonna fight you now." Like they're insulting each other, and then one just cracks, and it's hilarious. They just end up going at each other. Yeah, and all the ways that they like hurt each other and whatever, they're super ridiculous and over the top, and it's hilarious. And I don't know, I just really liked the movie. It was funny.
I thought it was funny too. I thought it was a really good watch. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. So would recommend for anybody that's not a grandparent.
Oh gosh, if
or a
Grandma
child.
watched it. Grandma, if you're watching this episode, don't
watch it, Grandma.
watch it. Save yourself. I know you're disappointed in your grandchildren.
It's very vile in terms of language. Like I would prefer if they dialed that back, to be honest.
Well, if you want that, then you could just watch Once Upon a Deadpool.
Yeah, that one is PG-13, isn't it?
It's a PG-13 version of Deadpool too.
Yeah. Aren't they allowed an F word in PG-13 though?
They're allowed, I believe, one.
Yeah.
Only one, and that's it.
Yep.
You get 2 and 1.
Yeah. Well, those are the 2 movies I watched this week. I liked them, and I was very happy with them. I was like, dang, Nelson has good taste in movies. I was surprised. I wasn't expecting to like both of them. So, thanks for those recommendations.
I usually have really bad taste in movies, I will say, and bad taste in video games.
Well, it was especially surprising for me for Elemental, because I was kind of on the I hate this movie bandwagon. Like I was like, this looks like crap. It's just from watching the trailers. To be honest, the trailers were garbage. Yeah,
they were garbage. I'll say that at surface value, they were garbage. And there were some scenes in the movie that were just off-putting. I would say, for example, like the sand. It looked ultra photorealistic, and then you cut to the blue water dude. That's like,
yeah,
it just doesn't mix well,
in
my opinion.
I didn't notice it a lot because I was watching it on a small screen, but yeah, I can imagine that. Yeah. Well, those are the 2 movies that I wanted to talk about. I've got my questions for you now. These are about tech, and I want you to think, and while I'm answering them for myself, you can think about your answer. So the first one is and I think this is important because, tech is kind of, everybody knows it's a waste of money, right? If you're investing in tech, it's not an investment. You're just, throwing your money in the garbage can, basically. And it's like spending money on a cruise or something, right? Or vacation. Same sort of deal. It's for pleasure. It's not an investment. It's not meant to, hold value or whatever. That being said, what is your favorite piece of tech that you've ever owned? And I'm going to say my favorite one, and I've advertised this on my channel, is
the mini fridge, the Xbox mini fridge.
This.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. First thought.
For those of you who don't know, this is a laptop. This is my laptop. It's a framework laptop, and it has been ultra reliable. I have never had a PC that has been this reliable, and I use it for school, and it's super nice. You can pull out these cartridges. I don't remember what they call them. Expansion cards, that's right. And you can change the I/O, and I think it's really cool. And you can swap out the internals for new ones.
GPU in.
Yeah, you can put all sorts of stuff in here. It feels super premium. It's like an aluminum chassis as well. Yeah, I'm just super happy with it. This is probably my favorite piece of tech that I've ever owned. So, do you have an answer?
In terms of my favorite piece of tech? Yeah.
What is it?
Gosh. Oh my goodness.
You've bought a lot of tech. Let's see. You got your PS5, your Xbox 360, your Series X, Your
Nintendo
PS4,
Switch.
Nintendo Switch, PC, your old
Does it
laptop,
have to be? Does it have to be
Vita.
something that I'm using today?
No. The favorite thing
Hmm.
you've ever bought. I mean, I guess I loved my 360 back in the day, right? That was like
I
one of my
would,
favorites at the time.
I guess I would say it has to be my PlayStation 4
Yeah.
because I bought that with my own money, or at least I gave the money to my parents to buy it.
Yeah. Cool. What was your favorite thing about it? What games? I guess what games did you play most on it? What did you have the
Black Ops
most hours
3.
on? Black Ops 3?
Black Ops 3. It was
Sweet.
mostly that.
Do you
Yeah.
prefer like the UI of the PS4 over everything else?
Well, I mean, as I get, it's a simplistic UI,
Yeah.
and I do miss having themes,
Yeah.
PS4 themes.
Yeah,
That's a
definitely.
big feature that they're missing out on the PS5. Watch, when the PS5's life cycle comes to an end, they're gonna add themes.
Ooh. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Well, I hope they add themes. I doubt it, but I have a feeling they're gonna do that last minute.
Yeah. Well, I didn't
But
mention anything about the UI on this, but
I
it's
mean,
Windows
that's Windows
11.
11.
Yeah, it's Windows 11. And I thought I would hate Windows 11 more than I do. I mean, it just kind of works. So I don't have a problem with it. And this
I
is a
mean,
12th gen
this
processor, so
this desktop right here, it runs on Windows 11. I
yeah.
have a Windows 11 Pro license,
Yeah.
and I'm
Yeah, that's
just
what this
fine.
is too. Windows 11 Pro. And I'm surprised at how good it is. It's just super solid.
It's not bad. I mean, if I had the choice, I would do Windows 10 over Windows 11, but
Yeah. I mean, I
I
kind of
mean,
like it because it's kind of a fresh, you know.
it has to do with the API for a lot of these video games, from what I've heard.
Yeah.
A lot of the games now are developed and made for Windows 11, but
Yeah.
I mean, either that or it has to be this desktop.
As your favorite tech piece?
I would say so because I mean, you were in this room with me when we were building it.
Yeah, that was especially memorable. I do
That
remember
was
that.
crazy.
Yeah.
I got home from work, I took a shower, and then I went with you to go eat pizza, and then we just booked it the heck out of here
Yeah, I
back
forgot
there.
about the pizza. That was fun. Yeah,
And
we
then I
had a
had
good
work
time.
the next day. I should have took work off.
Okay. The second question I have is which tech item that you bought feels the most like it was worth it? So, for me, I think this has got to be my Series X. Probably. Like I think my monitor takes second place and then the framework laptop takes third place. Because the framework was so expensive. It's slightly harder to justify, but I'm so happy with it that it gets up there. But the Series X is just so cheap. Well, mine was $600, but it does you know you can get one for like $450 now. I think that it's super solid. I love gaming on it. That's where I play all my games now. And it works perfectly. I haven't had any issues with it at all. And that's, we'll talk about this later, but because that's the next question. Which one was least, value, or feels like it was least worth it? So my PC, obviously, we'll talk about that later. But yeah, after having my PC, this is like a breath of fresh air. Everything just works. It's super nice, and I'm really
Works
happy
right
with
out
it.
of the box.
Say what?
It works right out of the box.
Exactly. Yeah. So, do you have an answer?
What was the question again?
Which tech item that you bought feels like it was the most worth it? Like you wasted the least money, I guess.
That's hard to say because the amount of games that I bought for both of these consoles.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess you could like rephrase it like, which one have you gotten the most money's worth out of? Which thing that you bought?
It would probably have to be the PS5 then, because of the amount of times that because I went from PC Call of Duty back to console Call of Duty because of the 120 hertz refresh rate. PS5, just for me at least. Now, here's the thing. I didn't have an Xbox during that time.
Mm.
I didn't have this beauty. I just had the PS5.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just
That was basically the last 4 years, right?
this is how it went for me. Back in, I think, sophomore year of high school, I'm pretty sure. That's when I had my PC.
Yeah.
My first PC
Yeah.
that my brother now has. Had 9900K RTX 2070 Ti, not a Ti, just a regular 2070.
Yeah.
Kind of underpowered in terms of the GPU, I would say.
Yeah.
But I had a lot of fun playing Modern Warfare 2019 on PC because of the crossplay.
Mm-hmm.
But I also hated that game at the same time because
Mm-hmm.
it was just frustrating and skill-based match, all that nonsense. But I was mostly playing PC at that time, and then Cold War came out. I was also playing it on PC. It ran great. Vanguard came around. It was performing okay. I could get it up to 144 frames if I really wanted to. And then Modern Warfare 2 just takes a complete dookie all over. It just dropped a steaming turd on my PC,
Mm-hmm.
and it was basically I was averaging like 90 to 100 FPS, which is fine, but I wanted more frames because I'm that selfish. And I was pushing my PC's hardware to its limits at that point. And here's another thing too. I don't know what it was, but I had to take apart my GPU and install new thermal
Yeah.
paste. It was bad. After I fixed it, I didn't get any more thermal throttling, or it wouldn't, for some reason, just ramp up really high all of a sudden when I turned it on. It did that a lot. Now it doesn't do that anymore.
Mm.
Last time I checked, it no longer does that
Wow.
before I gave it to my brother. I wanted to make sure that was taken care of.
Yeah.
I reapplied the thermal paste, of course, on that PC, and I gave it to Luke. Everything's pretty much as is now,
Mm.
so it seems to work just fine. But
Yeah.
uh, oh my gosh, I just realized I went way down the
No,
rabbit
that
hole.
was
But
good.
I would say my PS5, I would say, has probably been one of the better terms of like tech purchases,
Yeah.
I guess, if you will. I didn't buy this, by the way. My mom bought it for me as a birthday gift.
Oh, that was nice.
So,
And you've
yeah.
had it since 2020, basically, right?
I mean, you heard me screaming on the phone when I got it, I think.
That's right. Yes, I do remember that. That was hilarious.
That
Yeah.
was bad.
It was funny.
Nah, it's overkill. Well, I mean, 2020, that was a hard year to get one.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, I mean, this is a first generation PS5,
Mhm.
and I switched back to console for Call of Duty because you get the 120 hertz,
Yep.
and I also got the Pro controller, the PS5 controller, and then the PS5 headset as well. I also got that. And
Yeah.
this is serviceable. It's fine. I mean, this is a SteelSeries headset. This is great. I love it. I love these things, but I mean, I prefer just buying like the official branded licensed product
Mhm.
from like the actual company
Yeah.
because I know it's going to work instead of just trying to make this work on my PS5 or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
So, I mean, I would say the PS5 has probably been a really good investment, but now with the Xbox, now that I have the Xbox, this one I think is already topping this because the Xbox now, at least, and I hope they don't make any changes to this, or I hope they make good changes in the future,
Yeah.
but they haven't changed the 12-month cost for online play.
Right.
It's still $60. PlayStation went from $60 to $80 a year.
Yeah.
So when my PS Plus expires on the PlayStation 5, I'm not paying for it again. I'm gonna wait until it goes on sale or something. I think it actually expires this year in like December or something. I don't remember.
Mm.
But I'm gonna stick with the Xbox.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
So,
obviously, like I said, I'm really happy with the Series X. You talked about your headphones, so I got to talk about mine now.
and
These
I mean,
are.
I got the controller as well, Hall effect.
Oh yeah.
Really good.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Are the buttons better on that one?
It's a lot better than the other one that I showed you.
Yeah.
It's a lot better. Here's the thing with this one. These are both, what are they called
Hall
again?
effect. Oh,
Gamester Hall effect
game sir.
controllers.
Yeah.
So the thing is with this one, real quick, the face buttons are like mechanical. So like on
They're
a mechanical,
mushy and then click.
they click. They're
Yeah.
mushy and then they click. Which I don't have a problem with this. It's just the way that I don't know
It
why.
doesn't feel right.
It doesn't feel right when I hold it. This one, however, does feel right when I hold it. I
Yeah.
don't know why. And the face buttons are actually normal.
Good. Yeah.
This one feels like a normal Xbox controller. This is what I played Black Ops 6 on, and it's got the two little paddles, and I do just fine on this one. I don't have any issues whatsoever when playing.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know why. When I was holding this one, a lot of times I would push these buttons by accident, and it was just frustrating.
Yeah.
So I don't know. This one feels more cheap than this one.
Yeah.
This
Are they
one
the
feels
same
a lot
price or
higher
is one
quality.
cheaper?
I think this one's 35 or 40.
Yeah.
This one was $45. This is the like official. This is the one that we want you to
flagship?
buy. Yeah, this is like an optional.
Hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I bought these headphones last year, I think. End of last year, probably.
Yeah.
They're Meze 99 Neos, and they're like audiophile headphones, but they have just a normal aux cable, and they sound really nice. They're really bassy. The headband, they're the most comfortable headphones I've ever worn. I don't like headphones, and these are more than wearable. They're really comfortable, and I don't know. I just really like them. They're kind of unique looking. You can get like wood instead of this plastic, but this plastic is like the most, I don't know, like bourgeois plastic I've ever touched. It's almost like touching leather. It feels that good. And it's all metal here, and it's I just love them. They're great. But I think probably to use with the Xbox, the normal headphones would be better, like the Xbox branded headphones, because when you plug these into the controller, there's like sometimes it doesn't work right. Like the controller connection isn't super great. And like when you're watching a YouTube video or something on the Xbox, the audio cuts in and out, and it's kind of weird if you don't have the controller plugged in to the Xbox. So that's kind of annoying. I wish that wasn't the case, but that's no problem with the headphones, really. It's just with the connectivity or whatever. And it's, of course, it's kind of disappointing, especially since these were like $250 headphones, which is absolutely ridiculous, but they sound like super nice. They're like,
I mean, these were 99.
Yeah. I mean,
And then,
by audiophile standards, these are cheap, but
these were $100.
yeah.
I
think they were $250. I have to look this up now.
Yeah, but those are really nice headphones, though. I will say that. Like you said, those are audiophile headphones. So
yeah, Meze Audio. They have. I'm gonna show this. They have like, please sponsor me, Meze. This is a sponsorship I would actually like legitimately want to take. These are the wooden ones. They're the same internals, but just better looking. Look at that. Oh, they're like, oh, they're so pretty. But yeah, these were more expensive. How do you? Oh, poop. Buy now, please. I want to see. Oh, these are $309, and then the ones I got were less expensive. Neos. These are. They look good too. I mean, 200. That's not as bad. And I think I got them slightly on sale. But yeah, they're super nice, and I would definitely recommend these to anybody because they're just solid, and I think the mic is pretty good too. So, but you know what? They also have a mic now. Where is it? Accessories. They have a mic that you can just plug in to the headphones. And I listened to it, and it sounds legit. It sounds like a proper microphone. It sounds so cool. These are their other ones that are more expensive. Oh, they do such a good job making these things look premium and feel premium.
Like it's worth the money.
Yeah. I don't think I don't feel good about this purchase because they're so expensive and I don't have that much money. But I am very happy with the purchase regardless. Like, this is one of those, like, it doesn't fit on the, like, most worth the money list, but I really, really like these headphones. So, yeah, that was question number 2. And I don't have any left. I'm out. So, let's see, how far are we in? An hour and 11 minutes. Shall we move on to politics?
Yeah, if you want. Yeah, I think that'd be a good time to transition.
Okay. We have one big thing to talk about. Would you like to lead the discussion on that?
Is this what I think it is?
Yes.
Where I don't know the full picture. I will say that. There's a couple of stuff that happened in terms of politics that I heard this week.
Yeah.
One of the things that I heard about real quick was that Matt Gaetz did his withdrawal on Attorney General in replacement. I forgot her name, but do you know her name by any chance?
No.
It was a lady, I guess. She's now going to be the Attorney General, and then I'm sure you can find it. You're probably looking right now.
Yeah.
And then the other thing was that I guess the United States now authorized Ukraine to utilize American-made ballistic missiles to use them against
that was the
Russia.
big one. What do you think about that? That like Biden's going out.
Proxy.
Say what?
It's a proxy war, essentially.
Yeah.
Kind of like a half proxy war, I would say.
Yeah. But
Russia's, actually engaging in the conflict.
Yeah.
And it's not some other small nation engaging.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. It's definitely, yeah, it's Russia directly engaging against a proxy of the US, basically.
You would think that they would, because I thought, if I'm not mistaken, I saw a bunch of videos online where, I don't know if they're true or not, maybe they're not, but Russia was willing to work with the United States.
Yeah.
China was willing to work with the United States in the future for the return of Trump.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this really is a kind of a sly move. If I'm being honest with you, Logan, I don't think Biden had anything to do with this.
Yeah, I think it's like all the bureaucrats in the background who profit off
I
war.
think it was. I really do think it was, and this isn't a conspiracy theory. I really don't think that. But
yeah, what did they call it? The military super complex or something? Military.
The industrial military complex. I don't know.
Yeah. That sounds right. The military industrial complex.
I may be wrong, but
yeah, this is like the all the people that make money off of wars.
It's like a proxy. That's what I think of.
Yeah,
well, like a half proxy war.
And it's ridiculous to me. Like,
this is your last move.
Yeah, obviously we said Biden doesn't have much of, like, he probably didn't have much to do with this. But the fact that he went along with it is just, it seems like a really terrible thing.
Another thing too is that I do think that they actually did station a coup against him.
Yeah.
I think they did. I
Yeah.
really do think that they stationed a coup against him back in what was it, June, July, or something like that.
To kick him out of the race.
Yeah, they kicked him out of the race
Yeah.
and swapped him out with Kamala Harris.
Yeah. Well, and right now it seems like she's at the top of the heap among Democrats to run in 28.
2028. Which I'm thinking to myself, I mean, yeah, but
She lost big time.
you lost big time, I would say.
Yeah. And Vance is at the top of the heap to run 28. I don't think she's going to do well against him because you saw how he slammed what's his face? Tim Walz. Yeah.
Can't bunt.
He did a really, really solid job in that debate. I know we talked about it briefly when that, just after that debate happened.
That was the most civil debate I've ever seen in a long time.
It was really civil, but he still he calmly and cleanly wiped the floor with Tim Walz. So, but going back to the Ukraine thing, I'm just hoping that Putin can be the better man here and
wait it out.
Because Trump is he said that he's going to come in and negotiate things and make things.
Do you think within his first week after being inaugurated, he will cause the ceasefire?
Yeah, his aim is to settle things, is what
I think he will
hearing.
too. Yeah, I do think there will be a ceasefire to some extent.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
If anything, my guess is that Ukraine is going to give up some land.
Yeah, that seems likely.
In exchange for the peace.
Yeah.
And Russia pays, I don't know, Ukraine reparations or something.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Know. Something along those lines. That's what I think would happen, but...
Yeah, I'm hoping that we get to that point, though.
War.
Yeah.
It's been nothing but pure nonsense, I would say.
Yeah, this war is entirely unnecessary, in my opinion. And it's ridiculous that we're getting as involved as we are we're involved completely with one side and we're abstaining completely from the other, right? Not that I'm pro Putin, pro Russia, but I think that if the US weren't to get involved, we should have tried to say what?
Even the citizens of Russia are against it.
Yeah.
There was a lot of outbreaks in Moscow when the war started.
Yeah. Well, I think the US's involvement should have been to help settle this thing, not to help inflame it like we did. It just got worse and worse.
I think the reason why this war has been going on for such a long time is because
it's 2 years.
I really do I think part of it has to do with what happened back in 2016 and why a lot of liberals are in support of this war, especially for fighting against Russia and defeating Putin, is because of, that whole... I don't believe it. I don't think that whole Russia hoax thing happened. I really don't, where, Russia had election interference and that caused Donald Trump to win, the presidency.
Yeah.
I think that was...
Well, it was proven to be untrue, I think.
Okay.
As far as I'm aware.
I can see that. I believe that. But I think a lot of liberals have been seething over Trump's presidency for such a long time, and even after, he left office, they were still seething about him because, he's going to come back.
Yeah, they were going after him.
He's going to come back. And they blamed Russia for why he won in 2016. And so they paid this whole entire image or picture as a kind of a revenge arc, if you will. This is payback for what you did to us in 2016.
Yeah.
And they're using Ukraine in a form of, again, a proxy war, essentially.
Yeah.
They're not fighting Russia directly. They're funding a small country that we're the biggest fundraiser for this war.
Well, and that's the other thing that we haven't even talked about. We've funneled so much money into this, and that's money that's not going to help us, our nation. That's That's our taxpayer dollars that's going elsewhere to not make much of a difference.
We're cutting our own hand off.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. And especially since, you know, the deficit and the debt are growing so much that the interest payments are almost out of hand. It's just a ridiculous thing to pretend that money doesn't factor into this. And I think that in and of itself is enough reason to, you know, bring as swift an end to this as possible. You know, not taking into account even the human lives that have been lost and all that.
Well, the only thing that I can hope for, at least, is that, you know, American soldiers don't have to be sent into another war to die in the Middle East / Europe.
Yeah.
That's what I hope for. I hope that doesn't happen again.
Yeah. We need to put an end to this before it escalates into something
I'm
real.
optimistic because, well, I mean, here's the thing. Trump gets inaugurated on the 20th, MLK Day.
Yeah.
Which, that's so bizarre. I don't know why that... On Martin Luther King Jr. Day, too.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to me. That both of those events happen on the same day.
Yeah. I wasn't aware of that, so that's interesting.
I really hope that they are willing to just wait it out, have a ceasefire or something, just to, you know, peace negotiations or something like that. Something along those lines. I would much rather prefer that over anything else.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
I think this is the last move that you guys do under this administration, this current administration is...
It would be ridiculous if it wasn't the last move that he made, but it is. It's even more ridiculous.
To use missiles, not missiles. Good grief, I'm not British. Played too much Modern Warfare 2. Bad. It was bad.
Yeah. I honestly agree with you. I hope they can hold out and you know not make a bigger mess out of this before Trump gets inaugurated. Because I do have significant hope that he will be able to come in and clear things up a little bit. Because whether you like him or not, Trump at least appears to foreign figures a stronger figure than Biden. Because people see Biden and they see this old guy, basically. That's kind of losing it. That's like tripping over stairs and you know, he's not a strong leader. He doesn't come across as a strong leader. Meanwhile, you have Trump getting shot and fist pumping in the air. That's like, these are two completely different guys, and they come across differently to foreign leaders. And that matters. So I do have a lot of hope that he will be able to come in and clear things up a little bit. Even if it's not like a full, I don't know, clean up, not a full reset. I do think that hopefully he'll be able to, you know, do some stuff.
Well, pull funding from Ukraine, that's the first thing he would do.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy that we sent over so much money to me. It just doesn't make any sense to me. One more thing before we go. I have a lot has become of Trump's plans for his presidency, and one of the things we talked about briefly was DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency. Mm-hmm. And we talked about how it's not going to be an agency. It's just going to be a separate entity that checks and provides recommendations to the executive branch so that they can slim things down. This is a question for you. And I'll answer with some things as well, because you need time to think as well. But what do you think the effects of DOGE will be? And I think this is big. To me, this could mean the difference between the U.S. going bankrupt and not being able to pay off our interest and on the debt, and the economy booming, and inflation going way down and all that. Like I see DOGE, and I imagine that you cut government spending, you cut these government agencies, you cut all the fat,
Aren't
and
they gonna cut out like 80% or something like that?
I have no idea. I think they said
That's what I heard.
they could reduce spending by $3 trillion or something
Yeah,
like
but
that.
that's here's the thing. That's what is that? A deficit? You're still spending trillions though,
Yeah,
but you're not spending as much trillions.
yeah.
It's still bad.
They said they're gonna come in and be brutal though. Like they're gonna really tear apart what's there.
See, here's the thing. What I would like to see with this whole entire agency, and well, I do hope that they do, you know, as you mentioned, where they make huge sweeping changes, like
Yeah,
they hit them hard and everything. I do hope that I don't know. I would like to look at the U.S. national debt go down, and that's it.
yeah. Let's look it up. U.S. national debt counter. My brother's looked at this several times. There it is.
36 trillion. We are now 36 trillion in debt.
That's an unimaginable number. Billion is an unimaginable number. Million is an unimaginable number. And the fact that we're at 36 trillion, it's just ridiculous. That should not be happening. That is really just
See, this is what
bad
I would
news.
like to see. I would like this to go down.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they need to stop deficit spending and start spending less than they're taking in, so that we can start paying
Debt
off the
per
debt.
citizen, $106,000.
Yeah, so each citizen would have to pay $106,000 to the government right now to get rid of the debt, which is like nobody has $106,000 just sitting in their bank
No,
account.
nobody does.
Not many people do.
I don't.
And obviously the billionaires can't pay all that. It's not going to happen.
No.
So this needs to be from the governmental level. This needs to be cutting of spending. And to me, that's what this agency is going to do. They're going to come in and rip things apart. And I hope cutting down spending in the government means reduced inflation, because less money is being put out there, and that just makes sense to me. So I can't imagine that inflation won't reduce. Like, you've had all these economists say that if inflation is going to go up significantly with the Trump presidency, and I don't see how that's going to happen, especially since during his first presidency he was significantly lower inflation than during the Biden presidency. So
Well, what's the inflation rate now for the United States?
I think it's down from what it was. It was extremely high during COVID.
So we're now, by the looks of it, according to inflationcalculator.com, we are now at 2.4%.
Yeah.
So what was it
So maybe
for
we'll see.
2020?
I don't know. Maybe we'll see deflation. Like, that could be a thing.
Well, for 2020, for 2020, it was at 1.23%.
Hang on, I gotta see. There was a graph that I saw somewhere. Inflation graph.
Okay, well, here's the thing. Inflation it's bound to go down, but the thing is, the prices that you see in the store are still going to remain the same, if I'm not mistaken. Correct? Or am I wrong?
Yes. If the percentage of inflation goes down, it's still inflation, because you're still inflating 2.4% every year, right? It's going up still. Like, the dollar's still losing value. It's just losing value less. This is the chart that I see here. 2014, 0.8%, 2015, 0.7. Then you go up to 2020, it's 1.4. 2019.
I know a lot of people like to argue,
2.3.
well, it was a global pandemic. Everybody
Yeah.
was suffering. Yeah, that is true.
Well, I mean,
But
it's not a pandemic anymore, and now
us
we're at
Americans,
2.6.
we're better than all you, so get over it.
Yeah, right. But it got up to 7 in 2021, 7%.
That's
So
crazy.
Yeah, we're experiencing the effects of that now. And the 6.5% and the 3.4%, now 2.6. It's been a problem, and people are experiencing that in grocery stores, right? And I think, like, if inflation doesn't go down during Trump's presidency, the prices of goods will, because he's talked about his plan to drill and frack and all that. And I think that's gonna, like, you decrease the price of transporting goods, the price of the goods goes down. That's an immediate effect. That doesn't have anything to do with inflation. But my hope is that the Department of Government Efficiency will bring down inflation, bring down government spending, address the debt, hopefully. I think they said that it would only be active for 2 years. So they have a deadline. And they're going to make the changes quick, I think. So hopefully they can, the other thing is Elon Musk is the head of that department, right? And we saw what he did with Twitter. He significantly downscaled the staff there, which obviously not a good thing for the people in those jobs. But the spending that was at Twitter was decreased significantly, and he kind of proved himself there in my opinion. So I don't know. Are you do you expect, or are you just hopeful? Like, do you have a lot of hope, or a little bit of hope that this is going to actually make meaningful change?
To me, at least, with the people that Donald Trump has picked and chosen for, his cabinet and for outside of the cabinet to run these different organizations within the United States federal government, at least, to me at least, it does seem like there is going to be some tangible change.
Yeah.
Like actual change. Now, I do think with this Department of Government Efficiency, I really do hope, I hope that, and I believe it, I do think to some extent that we will see that change to some extent, whether it's for the good or bad. Like, some type of action will be taken.
Mm-hmm.
And I do think to some extent it will be as an act of good faith. That's what I think.
Yeah.
So I do think that we are going to spend less. And if we are spending less, then that's going to save our economy a lot better.
Yeah.
I'm no economics person.
Yeah.
But
well, I'm very hopeful.
I'm hopeful. I am. I'm
Yeah.
waiting for 2025 to hit.
Yeah, I know. 2025, we all thought it was going to be a big year back in the day. Like, back in 2017, 2015, 2016, 2017, those years. I always thought, 2025, the PS5 is going to come out in 2025. We're going to have all these goodies, and we're going to have flying cars and whatever.
It just sucks. Everything sucks. It's so bad.
2020, after 2020, everything went to pot. It was garbage.
It was garbage. It was all trash.
Yeah. But I'm very hopeful for the future. I do hope, obviously there are some stuff there's the concern about conflicts of interest with Elon Musk, and he controls things in the car industries, in SpaceX and that sort of thing. There are concerns that he will decrease regulations in those specific areas and cause problems, but I think
if it means that for him at least, hey, we may actually see him put a man on Mars or something.
Yeah.
because that's been a huge issue for him. Apparently, is the regulations. They get fined a lot. That's the reason why they can't launch rockets for
Yeah.
some reason.
Yeah. I feel like whenever you put 100% faith in somebody, you're almost guaranteed to feel some level of disappointment.
Yes.
And this, this happens with people like YouTubers, like you're super interested in a specific YouTuber, and then they get involved in a controversy, and it's like, man, is nothing sacred? Is this, what's going on? And it's super disappointing. I think that definitely there's a capacity for that to happen with Elon Musk, and I would say I'm hopeful that he has high enough moral standards to put aside the inherent conflicts of interest. I'm hopeful that he does the right thing. I'm not gonna put all my, eggs into one basket with him, though. I'm not sold
Well, that would be
completely.
a selfish thing to do, of course.
Yeah, I think it's foolish to put 100% faith in Elon Musk, but
That's the word I was looking for. Foolish. Yeah.
yeah, but I'm hopeful because the coalition that Trump has put together seems like our best chance at extreme change from what we've been doing, in the last 4 years. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Anything else to report?
No, I think that's about it.
Yep. We're an hour and 36 minutes in. We actually came in somewhat on time on this one. So
I know. I texted you earlier. I'm like, okay, this needs to be 90 minutes.
yeah.
All right.
Well, as always, we thank you for sticking with us. Let's see. I guess we didn't really do a disclaimer for the politics, but that's all right.
Oh, that's okay. They already expect it.
Yep. Anyway, we hope you leave a comment and let us know how you feel about each topic that we brought up. Obviously, some of the questions that I asked Nelson here, you can answer too. Those be good.
Yeah.
And then subscribe if you'd like to, and like. We're begging for all those things now. We're
We've been
working
at
our way
9
up.
subscribers for weeks on end.
I know. What are you guys doing? Come on.
Subscribe,
just kidding.
goodness.
Whatever. Yeah. We appreciate you guys.
It's
Anyway.
free, and that's a great price.
Anyway, this is Logan, and
This is Nelson.
yes, thank you for joining us. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.